everyone. We just have a small Christmas message to share, and I'm doing this with my friend from Chicago, and his name is Wade. So say hello to my audience.
Hello, everybody. My name is Wade. It's nice to meet you.
Yes, Wade, my new friend. So today we're gonna dive very quickly into time management with a little bit of a spiritual twist. And Wade, who has an amazing profession and very connected to up above, we'll be breaking down how to fix the fact that we're busy but not productive, and maybe with a little bit of guidance from God we can go somewhere. So wait, where do you start with this very interesting topic? Productivity, purpose, wasting time. What is
Well,
time?
I always start out by saying that time is a gift. I look at God as an artist. I just talked about this yesterday on the prayer line from church, that God is literally the first artist. And we live in this thing called time. And so I am very fascinated by this because I'm not only, I'm not only just an artist, I'm also a funeral service worker. Been in the funeral business for going on 16 years. Also did a little pro wrestling training as well. But from being in the funeral business, I've learned that time is very important. I've seen a lot of instances where there were people who were just walking around having a normal day with their family, and the family comes in and say, we were just laughing and talking, and then just this happens out of nowhere. I remember working at the funeral home, and there was a guy. It was his mother's funeral, and I was talking to him, and then like 3 weeks later, when we were rolling the casket in the chapel, I opened the casket up. It was the very same guy I was talking to 3 weeks ago. And so from doing that type of work, it's a constant reminder that time is a gift. I'm reminded of the scripture that tells us, so teach us to number our days that we might apply heart unto wisdom. And so that is one of my favorite scriptures because time is indeed a gift. I know some people think that time is made up, but again, God is the creator of all things. And so he has allowed us to live in time. And so I just think it's so important for people to always know that we are living on limited time. And so I know that we value money and things of that nature, but I believe that time is one of our greatest currency that God has given us. So it's just so important to just make sure that we just make like spend our time doing things that we enjoy because there's a lot of things happening in the world, good, bad, but we should spend our time focusing on our walk with God and just focusing on growth and just focusing on things that bring, productivity, It's so important because it's so easy to get distracted and get caught up in things that's not really beneficial, but this time that God's given us is precious and it's so much good that we can do, in spite of all the bad things that is happening in the world.
What a great message. I really hope that you guys listening take 5 minutes to think, well, how am I spending my time today? What am I doing that will bring me into this situation or in that situation? Am I spending my time more on social media or maybe in connecting with people? Maybe fixing some miscommunications, some problems, problems in our family, friends, work. Am I making somebody feel very bad or am I uplifting them and inspiring them? What can I do? And I think the message is even if you're not spiritual or you don't believe in God, you don't go to church, how we use our time is very important. Think about it. The marketing companies spend so much money and effort to get us to stay, can I say the word glued? Just glued
Yeah.
to our devices. We can't get off. And meanwhile, we're ignoring the very people we should be talking to, looking in the eyes and say,
Wow.
yeah,
I like that you said that because that's something else that I talk about a lot like that. I think that it's so important to be present. Like, yes, don't get me wrong, technology is a beautiful thing. Like we're able to meet and connect like we're doing now. But I think it's so important for humanity to learn that, in the time frame that God has given us, we should take time to enjoy nature and enjoy the present because I know like a lot of times when we go around family and friends nowadays, right? You mostly see that people are just, as you said, glued to this device. But it's so important to be present, because when that time is up, it's up. And so I just think that every time you're around people and you're out with your family and with your friends, it's so important to not take that moment for granted. Again, the Bible tells us, so teach us to number our days that we might apply our heart unto wisdom. And it is wisdom to have God and to know that He loves us, to know that He helps us to correct the errors in our life so we can be perfect, and to just, we're human beings. Sometimes we don't always get everything right, but we strive for perfection, and we try to do better, and we don't tear other people down. We try to build them up. So I think one of the greatest lessons that God has just taught me is just help people, use your time wisely, but also have mercy and show compassion to others, because that is very important.
Indeed. Well, thank you so much, Wade, and I hope you will have a Merry Christmas. And I hope you guys will be listening also to my forthcoming episode on the 21st, when author, writer Clive Twain will talk to us about the sad thing that many of us will not have a very happy Christmas. They dread Christmas because they have personal problems, maybe illness or divorce, somebody died, as you well know, things happen, or maybe they just don't agree much with their own family, with political stuff, especially in the US. It's very difficult to hold two polarized and still talk. It seems to be impossible. And
Yeah.
so there's a whole episode on that. And so I want you to really listen to that, because maybe there is a way to find peace at Christmas, even when there is so much stuff. And remember that Christmas is a celebration of Jesus Christ, but it's also a good time to reconnect, create those relationships, and remember that our time is counted. From the day we are born, we count 100, 99, 97, and we go back. And then when time is shorter, people think, oh, I wish I'd taken my time to, okay, let's do it now. Let's do it now. So I'll see you all very soon. Take care. Thank you, Wade.